Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This one is from my friend Efrey, who sent this to me as a very nice gift. Skatetown USA sent this to me from my Patrick Swayze collection. Might have been the first film Patrick Swayze was involved with, and for those who don't know, I did a Patrick Swayze marathon where I viewed quite a few of his movies, including Black Dog, Red Dawn, Ghost, Dirty Dancing, Uncommon Valor, Next of Kin, among others. But Skatetown USA, I don't know if this would be a rant. It came out around 1979, and I will say this. I don't think this is a good film, but it is such a 70s time capsule that I think it's worth a watch. It is such a 1970s time capsule. I mean, first and foremost, I was actually surprised that this film took place entirely in the, quote, Skatetown USA. For some reason I thought, well, if you watch the trailer, there's shots from outside, like someone like roller skating outside. No, every single bit of this movie takes place in this one location, which I thought was kind of cool and refreshing, that it's all centered and we never, well, that's not true. There is one time where we leave, well, twice, but for the most part it's centered in this one, inside this one location. I don't know, there's something about that was appealing to me. But when I'm made by a time capsule, you have this guy who is the DJ. At least that's what I call him. He's a white guy with a cotton white afro, purple glittering jumpsuit, and he literally like shoots magic from his fingers. He does this, and all of a sudden there's people and a ton of roller skaters. I'm like, did I just see real magic? This is the 70s, I guess. And the way that the colors are, the huge disco balls, the music, you got the Jacksons in there, the Earth, Wind, and Fire, the whole soundtrack thing, the way people dressed. You got pizza slices for $1, and some people playing arcade machines. Like I say, it was fun for a bit, just viewing this as a, like I said, time capsule of the 1970s. Now, story, this is really a movie that doesn't really have a story. It kind of does. Like, the first half of the film is pretty much just these different characters hanging out at this thing, and then the second half is sort of when the story really begins, where it's this competition, this dance roller skating competition, roller disco. Patrick Swayze is the villain in the movie, and he's not in it as much as I thought. He appears like every once in a while, like when him and his buddies first get in, I thought this was hilarious because they're in these black jackets and purple shirts. They're just pushing everyone off the skate floor, and then they just start dancing on the floor themselves in their roller skates. I'm like, we're badass. We're going to get rid of you guys. Now we're going to dance with our roller skates in perfect synchronization. It's like, the guy took away the badassness. Was like, get out of my way, fool. Now we're going to dance. I mean, I guess the whole roller disco thing didn't catch on. Wasn't that fucking Xanadu? I haven't seen Xanadu, but wasn't that part of Xanadu as well? Disco and roller skates, and I could be wrong. Yeah, I've heard of Xanadu, but I've never seen it. That must have been like a thing everyone thought would be big, and it just never did. But yeah, I mean, it's not. There are times where the movie literally stops and it's just watching performers sing, like watching bands perform. And there are times where we're at the concession stand, and it's almost like less than a movie and more like you're here in this facility for the next 90 minutes. Sorry, my nose is itching. Again, I wouldn't say I hated the film at all. As it went on, the charm kind of lost it. It got a little bit more tedious when it got to like the hour mark. But I mean, actors, you got Scott Baio, who pretty much is just there to hang around. I mean, it's his buddy. This guy, I don't know who the hell he is. I don't know who the hell he came from, where the hell he came from. He's the guy who's going to dance, not Scott Baio. He's the one who's going to roll stage, not Scott Baio. Scott Baio, again, he's just there to hang out with his friend, and I just try to give him guidance, try to be his manager, but not really. The other guy, this guy, I can only assume he got the job only because of his looks and because he could dance on roller skates. Because it's not for the acting, let me tell you. I mean, I've seen worse, granted. I mean, he's just, maybe that's what he's supposed to be, just sort of the bland hero. But I can't really say I gave much of a fuck about his character one way or another. The songs, I mean, one song I remember early on was Born to be alive. I know that song sounds familiar. It's because I first heard it in the film Vegas Vacation when Chevy Chase is trying to figure out where to gamble next, and that song is playing. I'm like, okay, that's where I remember that song from. But yeah, you have recognizable people. Patrick Swayze, Scott Baio, Maureen McCormick, Marsha Brady from the Brady Bunch, she's in this. Ron Palillo, Horseshack, he's in this. I think actually it's him and Maureen McCormick in a car, so it's kind of funny. It's Horseshack and Marsha Brady almost ready to make out in a car. So I thought that was kind of interesting. Flip Wilson, which I don't know how many people remember Flip Wilson, but he had his own show. And you also had Billy Barty. Billy Barty, if you remember the He-Man movie, Masters of the Universe, the little guy Gwildor, that's Billy Barty. He's in this as a guy who works with Flip Wilson, and they kind of run the facility. The Roller Disco Emporium on the pier of Santa Monica, California. And it's the first annual roller disco contest. And that's the thing, it's just mainly just the zany characters and stuff. You have this doctor who likes to touch women. This is stuff they want to do today. You have this older couple, and like I said, there's some charm. Like the bathrooms are not men and women. They're what the hell was called muscles and curves. So the male bathroom is called muscles. The women bathroom are called curves. Again, not something you would see today in this PC climate. One guy who is a dancer, he looks like Pancho Villa. Just reminds me of the line in Demolition Man at the end. You get a bump in the head, you think you're Pancho Villa? What? Never mind. He's got like the bandoleros, whatever, around him. One point, the guy with the white afro, he's trying to talk like Peter Lorre to get people to go to the concession stand. There's the workers at the concession stand. You have like this thin guy and this overweight guy. And the overweight guy keeps eating hot dogs or hot dogs in his ears. This one I didn't care for, where really didn't care for. From time to time, it'll just cut to this woman and this older guy with like a bowler hat. And the bowler hat, he's just talking nonsense, and the girl just keep talking about, where's my pizza? Then the movie goes on, cuts back to this guy talking. Hey, you got my pizza? Then the movie keeps going, goes back to this guy. This girl, hey, where's my pizza? I'm like, geez, just cut this shit out, please. Edit, cut that out. Cut it out, please. Flip Wilson plays another character, but this is a character in drag, who I guess is supposed to be a woman. I think it's supposed to be Billy Barty's girl. There's some charm, and the charm for the first half worked, but as it got on, it's like, I'm not really laughing. I'm not really finding this that funny, and some of this just getting a bit tedious, and again, it's not really any story. I'm not really getting a lot of laughs out of this. So it's kind of getting a chore. Well, you get to a part where there's a stand-up comedy bit where a guy is wearing a paper bag on his head and doing these insultingly stupid, unfunny jokes. And that's where you get like the weird doctor touching women or giving shots to people. Flip Wilson playing a character in drag, so a sexy character he's playing. It's just like getting ready to push the fast forward button, to be honest. So, and then you get to the dance contest, and the other dancers are being sabotaged. One they blind, another they put itching powder on. Patrick Swayze dances with his roller skates, and he's dancing with this belt. I don't know what the fuck the deal is with that. He's like just whipping the belt around. I'm like, why? The guy was easily the best dancer, but Swayze wins because he's trying to blackmail Flip Wilson. Not for the drag, because that's supposed to be a different character that Flip Wilson is playing, but no, blackmail him for something else, which I don't even know what it was. Pictures. It's funny, on the Blu-ray, you just see the pictures, and it looked like just a woman just standing there. I don't think we were supposed to see that. But then they do the doubles, and the guy wins, and Swayze gets pissed, which I'm like, you already won one. You don't need to win both, but he gets pissed. It's like, yo, fuck it. He doesn't say fuck, but fuck it, because this is PG. We're going to go out, and we're going to have a race. So they put motors in the roller skates, and the good guy, his skates are supposed to fuck up, but both of theirs fuck up. I don't remember how Patrick Swayze's fucks up. I don't remember, but they both go off the pier. They land. The lead guy saves Swayze, and he's, oh man, well, all the stuff I did to you saved me. How come you did that? And the guy stops and goes, because I'm the hero. And now Swayze is fine with him. And then pretty much the movie ends with just everyone just roller discoing the night away. I mean, I have a feeling this did not get a DVD for so long because of this. The soundtrack. I mean, Earth, Wind and Fire, the Jacksons, which someone told me that is the Jackson 5. And it was. McFadden and Whitehead, Anita Ward, Antonio Rodriguez, The Hounds, Heatwave, John Sebastian, Patrick Hernandez, and the on-screen performances of Dave Mason and GQ. Most of those people, I don't know who the fuck they were. The only people I heard of was Earth, Wind and Fire and the Jacksons. But, I mean, if you love the 70s, or you need to see anything Patrick Swayze's been in, or if you want to see a goofy, silly, overall harmless 70s time capsule of comedy, silly goofballness, roller disco beats, blast skating and disco balls and antics of zaniness and bits of Swayze as a villain. Again, he's not in it as much as I thought he would be. Not worried about that. There's really no fucking story. I mean, if you don't care about that, give it at least one watch. I would say pick up the Blu-ray. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube. By the way, this Blu-ray, I will say the picture quality looked good. Okay, it says Columbia Pictures, Sony Pictures, and Rastar. I don't know what the fuck Rastar is. I would not be surprised to find out this is a on-demand Blu-ray made on demand. I would not be surprised. It doesn't say it on here, but you know how like you had Warner on demand. I would not be surprised if this is it, because there's no menu at all. There's no features, not even a trailer, not even a fucking trailer for it, and there's no subtitles. So yeah, no subtitles, no menu, zero features. So I mean, it just took me back because it's been a while since I saw a Blu-ray that had no fucking menu on it. So they cheaped out. Like, you can't even give it a fucking menu and a trailer? How cheap can you get? But the film did look fine on Blu-ray, and it played well, looked well, so there's that. And hey, at least I saw this. I miss Patrick Swayze. Kind of cool to see how he started. So the novelty of that was fun. So overall, William A. Levey had a big hand in this because he helped with the story. Along with Nick Castle. Nick Castle, really? Screenplay by Nick Castle? Really? Nick Castle? Same guy who worked on, like, The Last Starfighter and... Well, he would go on to do Last Starfighter. And among others, so this is an early work from him. But yeah, William A. Levey helped work on the story, was a producer and the director. So here you go. I don't know what else the guy has done. But yeah, Skatetown USA. It is what it is, man. But I'm glad that I saw it at least once. So thank you, Free, for the gift. Another one for the Patrick Swayze Marathon. If I remember, I'm going to put down below the playlist for my Patrick Swayze Marathon for those who want to see it. Thanks for watching. Take care. And we will see you guys later. Bye-bye.